Okay. Looking good. Make sure I can manage. And put that. Hold on, I gotta edit this. Save. Okay. We're looking good. Sweet. Okay, let me just go ahead and make this a little bit smaller. Okay. Cool. So we are going to react to Pokemon Violet and Pokemon Scarlet's new trailer that just dropped. Should we just watch the trailer? Oh, send one quick text. Oh well, it'll send here in a second. Anyways, I'm going to share copy video link to this. Give me 2 seconds. All right, good. Done. Awesome. Here we go. Strapping into it.
All right, everyone. It's almost time to begin your journeys in the Pokemon
I'm
Scarlet
so
and
excited
Pokemon
for this.
Violet
I need the games to
Are
come
you
out like
ready?
now.
You'll get to catch Pokemon, raise them, and battle them as you embark on an adventure where the familiar charms of the Pokemon series evolve into a new experience.
Okay, showing same
As a
Pokemon from
student
before.
At an academy in the Paldea region, you'll take part in an independent study program called the Treasure Hunt. And you'll search this vast world for a precious treasure of your very
See,
own.
I don't know what I'm more excited for. Is it the 3 different types of gameplay you can have, or all the different Pokemon? I'm excited for both.
But hey, at this
Yeah.
point, you probably knew all that already,
'Kay.
right? Here's something
Some
we hope even
slow
you
bros.
well-informed viewers will enjoy. A sneak peek at 4 particular trainers' journeys in Paldea.
4 particular
Now, let the
trainers.
adventures begin.
Wait, is that how the game's gonna look?
This
Do we have a little
trailer is
HUD
battling
map?
A Pokemon called Lechonk.
Lechonk.
is a gourmand.
We die for Lechonk.
It's proud of its nose, which it uses to sniff out delicious food.
Okay. That's a really cool UI for the game.
Quaxley Terrastalize.
Oh, we're gonna terrestrialize a Pokemon now? Okay. How does Donald Duck look terrestrialized?
Is a phenomenon
Oh, that's kinda
unique to the
cool.
Paldea region, but all
Just a
Pokemon
little
can do it.
fountain up over its head.
It adds extra punch to moves of the Pokemon's Terra type.
So do they change types when they do a Terra type? I'm pretty sure that's what they said in the last,
What's that over there?
yeah, what is that?
Is that a glowing Pokemon?
What is a glowing Pokemon?
It seems to be a Jigglypuff. But why is it shining so bright?
Chat, what is
Better
this?
approach it slowly and start a battle. Whoa! It terrastalized!
Oh, you can just
Looks like this
terrestrialize it on
Jigglypuff
its own
has
in the
a water
wild.
type for its Terra type. Apparently, these sparkly wild Pokemon will terrastalize in battle.
So was that a spontaneous terrestrialization? Pokemon, if you steal my idea, I want money for it.
Jigglypuff seems pretty tough, but Quaxly's strong too. Dealing enough damage to a wild Terra Pokemon causes its terrastalization to come undone.
Okay, so you can knock it out of terrestrialization.
Now, throw a Pokeball!
Is that a critical catch? Yeah, it was.
Nice! The wild Jigglypuff was caught.
Nice.
Some Pokemon, like this Jigglypuff, have a Terra type completely different from their regular type.
Okay.
Any Pokemon is capable of having any of the 18 different types as its Terra type.
Really? So you can just randomly have a Terrasillus type.
Quaxly's out there in the world, charging straight toward that.
Okay, so that's an interesting thing that I didn't think was going to happen. Is that I thought it was more like, okay, since you're this type of a Pokemon, you have like these like 4 different types that you can Terrasilize from. I didn't think every Pokemon could have a different Terrasilization type. So is there going to be like a way that you can go ahead and see what that looks like? Like how do you see?
Looks like Quaxly battled Litleo on its
A
own
Litleo
and won.
tuft?
That's because the trainer gave Quaxly the Let's Go command.
Okay.
Using Let's Go will send your lead Pokemon out onto the field to battle.
So they're combining a Pokemon game with Let's Go.
If a Pokemon gets sent out for
And
an item,
like
it'll go pick
Legends
it up,
Arceus.
just like Quaxly here.
Arceus,
A useful
not
command for
Arceus.
searching your surroundings. These Pokemon are so helpful, giving their all
Okay,
for their
that's
partner.
interesting.
Next, the
So I wonder
trainer-
how that's gonna settle with people who do and don't like the Legends Arceus and Let's Go gameplay versus the regular
opens his map
Pokemon
to see where
games.
he wants to go. You can set a place as
You
your
can just set a
destination.
destination
Keep yourself
waypoint.
on track as you go. Then we can hop atop the legendary Pokemon Miraidon and get going. And
You just
where
ride it
we
like a
begin?
regular
It's
motorcycle?
a base belonging to Team Star, the school troublemakers. Starfall Street, one of the 3 major
Oh
stories.
yeah, okay. So that's the new team's little secret base. So that's crazy. You got a little HUD map right there? I am totally blocking it. Let me get up here. So for anybody watching, a little HUD map right there. Yeah, let me... Here, I want everyone to see everything.
That will make up your Paldean adventures will unfold in
Team
bases like
Star.
this one. Time to face
Wait, so
Team
you can
Star.
only take the first 3
Our
Pokemon
trainer
in your
rang the
party?
bell and barged into the base. That takes some guts. But things look bad. There are lots of grunts around, and they keep sending out
Holy
Pokemon. They
crap.
just won't quit blocking the way. We'll need to use Let's Go to defeat Team Star's Pokemon.
So you can just send
Here
out
we go.
multiple
All the
Pokemon at
grunts
once.
have been defeated at last. Oh wait, is that some kind of tricked out car?
What is
It
it, the
is.
Starmobile?
And atop it is Mela, the boss of Team Star's fire
Mela.
crew.
Oh wait,
She's
so
obviously
does that
tough.
mean that there's different typing crews? So they got like a fire crew, water crew, grass crew, psychic, dark, fairy, dragon, like all the different types?
It's easy to see why she's a boss. Time for these trained up Pokemon to
That would
battle.
be a really interesting aspect of the game that we haven't
You'll
seen
have to wait
before.
for your own adventure to see how a battle like this plays out.
Because like we've had different gym leaders and their, or not gym leaders, like the games team bosses having like different lieutenants and stuff like that, but we haven't had them like
Now, let's check in on another
specifically
trainer.
going
How's
over
her
a
adventure
type.
going?
This is the TM machine.
Aha! She's using the TM machine at a Pokemon Center.
Oh, you can just craft it for the Pokemon that you
The
have?
TM machine lets you make your own TMs, also known as technical machines,
You can-
using materials Pokemon drop when you defeat or catch them.
What? Hold on. Okay. So, you can just craft a TM? Where the hell has that been for the last how many years? Like, okay. So, not only do we go ahead and we get... Okay. This is really cool. Look at the layout. I'm not going to touch the mouse for a minute. Look at the layout of the screen. Okay. We have your full list of whatever TMs you could possibly make, the required resources to go ahead and make those, including what it's going to be like. Wow, that is so cool. So you can go TM34 Icy Wind and see what kind of Pokemon you can... Wow, okay. That's interesting. I have never seen that before. Yo, what's up, Knight? Hey, we're going live, reacting to the new trailer. This is insane so far. Have you seen it yet? Have you seen the new trailer?
Now, where will she go
Oh, wait, no, it
next?
just dropped. Yeah.
Seems to be a desert-like area under a blazing sun. Just looking at it is enough to make you thirsty. Oh, her Rotom phone is ringing. Sounds
So you
like
just have a
Arvin,
Rotom
her
phone
friend in the
too?
next grade up, needs some help. To give Arvin a hand, the trainer's headed to a rock
What
face
is
where a Titan
that? Is a
lives.
Titan Pokemon?
This is one of the stops on the path of legend, a story where
That
you
is
seek
a
out legendary
big-ass
birds from Urba
Pokemon.
Mystica. There it is.
Yeah, okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll rewind it for you. Because this is insane. Bro, the things that we have seen in this trailer so far are insane. Nice. How is it outside? Bro, okay. So check this out. This is insane.
All right, everyone. It's almost time to begin your journeys in the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon
So this
Violet
is going to
games.
be...
Are you ready? You'll get
What is the
catch
release date for
Pokemon.
this? Is like November, right?
Raise them and battle them as you embark on an adventure where the familiar charms of the Pokemon series evolve into a new experience.
When is the new Scarlet and Violet games coming out?
As a student at an academy in the Paldea region, you'll take
18th
part
of
in an
November.
independent study
Okay,
program
so we
called
have
the
like
Treasure Hunt.
roughly a month.
And you'll search this vast world for a precious treasure of your very own. But hey, at this point, you probably knew all
So
that
we
already,
see a whole
right?
bunch of Generation
Something we
1
hope even
Pokemon
you
in this
well-informed
trailer.
viewers will
So
enjoy.
like all the
A sneak
different,
peek at 4
you know, the Magikarp down there. We're coming up on a Lechonk right
particular
now with
trainer's
another
journeys in
trailer.
Paldea.
Or a trainer, not trailer.
Now, let the adventures begin.
So essentially they're
This
combining
trainer is battling a Pokemon called Lechonk.
Legends Arceus
Lechonk
and
is a
Let's Go.
gourmand. It's proud of its nose, which it uses to sniff out
And they're just
delicious
putting that
food.
format onto the new games. You can terrestrialize and then do a move.
Look, Quaxly
So,
terrestrialized.
there's a new aspect to this that I wasn't completely aware of. And they'll explain it in a minute, but terrestrializing is just giving it a different
Terrestrializing is a
form?
phenomenon unique to the Paldea region, but all Pokemon can do it. It adds extra punch to moves of the Pokemon's Terra type.
So the layout is not good? What layout? The layout for my live stream or the layout for the game? Because I can understand my live stream not being up to
What's that
par.
over there? Is that a glowing Pokemon? It seems to be a Jigglypuff.
This was interesting.
But why is it
This
shining
was
so
super
bright?
interesting.
Better approach it slowly and start a battle.
I haven't even reacted to the whole
Whoa,
trailer just yet.
Terrestrialized. Looks like this Jigglypuff has the water
Yeah,
type.
so
for its
you can
Terra type.
find wild
Apparently, these
Oh, the
sparkling
game?
Wild Pokemon will terrestrialize
The
in
game
battle.
actually seems kind of alright. Like, I'm not entirely fond of this, just because of nostalgic reasons. Like, I mean, you've seen me play Ruby a whole bunch now. Like, the way that those games are set up and everything else is... it's glowing because it's a wild terrestrialized Pokemon. So, I don't know if you've seen any of the other trailers, but terrestrializing is a new form that you can just give to your Pokemon, I guess. It does. It kind of does. But I'm really interested to see how they put everything else together. Because the other things that they've announced that I just got to before you came on was very interesting. But yeah, so terrestrializing is giving it, like, a different form. Again, I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to do there. Because I don't fully understand it. But we'll dive into it after the video. But if it's wild, apparently it is a
Jigglypuff
wild
seems
terrestrialized
pretty
Pokemon.
tough.
So you'll see it like this rather than it
strong
turning
too.
into that.
Dealing enough damage to
But
a
it also
wild
changes its
Terra
typing,
Pokemon
too.
Causes its terrestrialization to come undone. Now, throw a Pokeball.
And then we see a critical catch, which is pretty cool.
Nice. The wild Jigglypuff was caught. Some Pokemon, like this Jigglypuff, have a Terra type completely different from their regular type.
Yeah, so that's kind of what confuses me, is that their Terra type could be something completely different from what they actually are. But then we continue on just a little bit more.
Any Pokemon is capable of having any of the 18 different types as its Terra type.
The water starter is a flying water type? Wait, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did. It used wing attack. Yeah. So, I don't know if that's what it fully evolves into. It could get like a different typing. But it does have wings, and doesn't... Yeah. Is it... Blaziken doesn't get wing attack, does it? Or like Combuskin or Torchic or anything like that? I thought it did, but it could, like I said, it could get to a different typing in its final evolution. But that was a very interesting that they just put up into the video, is that any Pokemon could have any of the terrestrialized types. So like this Litleo has a 1 in 18 chance to be one of the other different types of terrestrialization. So if it terrestrializes, it could be fire, water, grass, electric, ghost, dark, flying. Oh, Peck is the only one? Okay. No, it's still a flying type move. That's what I was trying to get at, but I couldn't honestly remember if wing attack was one of them.
Charging straight toward that Litleo. Looks like Quaxly battled
But as far as we know, oh wait, no, Quaxly is only a water type. It's just the starter.
Using Let's Go will send your
it can just use flying type
moves
moves.
The field to battle. If a Pokemon gets sent out toward an item, it'll go pick it up, just like Quaxly here. What a useful command for...
Yeah, so that another thing again, they literally took the my mind is so far. I'm supposed to be asleep. I totally forgot this was happening today, so I had to jump on and do it. But yeah, so they're using the Legends Arceus mechanics of like sending your Pokemon out to go get something. But it's not going to be one of those like, oh, you choose between... Yeah. It's not going to have you choose between like your Pokemon and your items or whatever. You can still get in your backpack and do all that stuff. But you can just send your Pokemon out to go get items for you.
These Pokemon are so helpful, giving their all for their partner. Next, the trainer opens his map to see where he wants to go.
And now they're letting you set
You can set a place as your
waypoints.
destination to keep yourself on track.
How cool
as
is
you go.
that?
Then we can hop atop the legendary...
Like, that's kind of one of those things that I really wanted in some of the earlier games. Like, it would have been perfect to have in Diamond. You're trying to get up Mount Coronet. You're getting lost every single time because you have no idea how to navigate it. This mini-map would have showed you kind of like the terrain of how you're supposed to be able to go ahead and read the map and then get to your destination. That's really cool. I think I like that a lot.
Pokemon Miraidon and get going. And what have we here? It's a base belonging to Team Star, the school troublemakers. Starfall Street, one of the 3 major stories that will make up your Paldean adventures, will unfold in bases like this one.
So, that's another interesting thing. Are they making us choose between the 3 games, or can we do all of them? And I'm guessing it's the 8-gym Elite Four champion route, then just the Explore and the Wild adventure kind of part of it, and then challenging all of the bases for Team Star. That's what I'm getting at so far. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either.
Time to face
Team
Star.
Yell was definitely the
Our
worst.
trainer rang the bell and barged into the base. That takes some guts. But things look bad. There are lots of grunts around, and they keep sending out Pokemon. They
No
just
Scarlet
won't quit
Violet
blocking the
exclusive.
way.
Yeah.
We'll need to use Let's Go to defeat Team Star's Pokemon. There we we go. All the grunts have been defeated at last.
Well, but, and then again, like I said, like, Team Yell also wasn't a, not Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield exclusive. I come to think of it, I don't think there wasn't really a team for Sun and Moon, was it? Yeah, that was kind of the thing that I was curious about too, is that they're only battling with the 3 Pokemon. So, I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to do with that.
Is that some kind of trick?
But it seems interesting, because you can send multiple Pokemon out at
And
once.
atop it is Mela, the boss of Team Star's fire crew.
And that's another thing right there, too. There's a fire crew, which implicates that there are different typings of crews, and there's different leaders per typing. But I don't know how many there are. There's a villain team, your rival team, and you... Oh, yeah. It was just the island challenge of, like, you, your friend, and then somebody else. Yeah. It's been so long since I played Sun and Moon. I honestly hated it. But it wasn't the game itself, it was because of the cartridge that I had. There was a small batch of, like, glitched out games that they had sold, and I unfortunately got one of them, to where if you saved too close or inside of a Pokemon Center, that you have, like, a 1 in 5 chance of your game wiping. Like, completely reset, you lose all of your Pokemon, no ifs, ands, or buts, it's just gone. I got one of those. That's why I hated Sun and Moon. So, if I don't remember a lot of Sun and Moon stuff, that's why. But yeah, so the different typing crews are like what are intriguing me the most about this new villain team.
For these trained up Pokemon to battle.
They haven't really been a villain team for a while, honestly.
To see how a battle like this plays out. Now, let's check in on another trainer. How's her adventure going?
This is again another interesting mechanic. Oh, it was it was the game itself. Like I said, if I was playing Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because they did the same thing there too, if you saved inside of or like within a certain radius of a Pokemon Center, you literally had that much of a chance to have your game completely wiping out. So there wasn't like, oh, somebody went in and did this to my game. No, like the game itself did it. And I had transferred a whole bunch of Pokemon over from X and Y, because I had done really well in that game. Is this one? Sun and Moon. Yeah. No, there was like it was like a very small I think like maybe 5,000 games that they had produced had this small glitch. And it was like a small bug that nobody had looked at either. Like it went completely under the radar until a bunch of people were complaining about it, and people were writing into the Nintendo company like trying to get their Pokemon back. I never got mine because I was just honestly too upset about it. But yeah, no. So, but back to the trailer. You can make TMs. You can make TMs in this game. So if you want to make Thunder Fang, you need, I guess, only 3 Shinx Fangs. And using League Points? I'm not entirely sure.
TM machine at a Pokemon Center. The TM machine lets you make your own TMs, also known as technical machines, using materials Pokemon drop when you...
Yeah, it does. So it does take a certain amount of League Points to make a TM. And very certain items. So again, it's kind of that Legends Arceus mechanic of like putting stuff together and making it yourself, so that you don't have to go out and buy one or just find it randomly on your journey. Which kind of like takes away from the nostalgia of like the old games. But I guess if they're making it for a new generation, I can't really see the downside in it. Honestly, it's just a different mechanic that we're just not used to. But it seems interesting.
Now, where will she go next? Seems to be a desert-like area under a blazing sun. Just looking at it is enough.
So I knew about the Titan Pokemon, but I didn't think it was going to be this damn big.
Arvin, her friend in the next grade up, needs some help.
Stony Cliff Titan is that giant rock crab.
To give Arvin a hand, the trainer's headed to a rock face where a Titan lurks.
You see how big that damn thing is? Look at that again. Look at that. It looks small, and then you just see it getting big. That's a big-ass rock right there. This right here is a big-ass rock. That is a big-ass Pokemon. Right? Like, that's what I'm saying. There's certain little things that, like, kind of take away the nostalgia of the older games, but then it doesn't give you any negative effects of it. Like, it just takes a certain thing away and, like, you know, replaces it with something else. But, I mean, it's alright. It's not bad. It's just interesting.
A story where you'll seek out legendary herbs called Herba Mystica. There it is! A gigantic Titan Pokemon. Time to battle.
How?
Right off the bat, there's Icy Wind. The move our trainer taught Drifloon earlier. Icy Wind.
So it's kind of like the
Drifloon terastallized to become a grass.
what are those? Like the totem Pokemon almost?
This is Terra Blast, a new move that changes type to match the user's Terra type when the user is terastallized. It ought to be handy for a Pokemon with a Terra type different from its regular type.
Okay.
Looks like Cloth suddenly got somewhere else to be. Wait, what's our trainer doing now of all times? Looks like she's taking a little break from adventuring to trade.
So you can link trade.
And over here, her trade partner has received Girafarig. Seems like she immediately added Girafarig to her team.
What did she have, though? What did she send out?
She's gonna let it run around in the field and train up for some battles.
Girafarig is a... Wait, hold on. What the hell did that just say? Girafarig is evolving?
Could Girafarig be evolving? Hang on. Did its tail become its head? Or is its head wearing its tail? What an unexpected evolution.
What for a Girafarig? What in the... How the hell do you say that? Farigiraf.
Seems like Girafarig has evolved into
Farigiraf.
In the Paldea region's Pokédex, you can see photos of Pokémon as well as information about them, so you can get to know them even better. Let's check out the town of Artisan next.
It kind of is, but it's a little... It's just so derpy. It's so derpy and different from what we know. Girafarig has never gotten an evolution until just now. There's Umbreon. Yeah. No, I'm wearing an Umbreon shirt. Wait, let me move this a little bit. Yeah. I got an Umbreon shirt on. That's my favorite evolution, actually.
It looks like one big park. Now that the trainer's Pokemon have gotten
okay,
stronger,
that's cool.
It seems she's made her way to a gym. She's following Victory Road, the story where you'll conquer all 8 gyms to achieve champion rank. Nimona, the battle trainer who'll show you the ropes, is all fired up. Before you can battle a gym
Game
leader,
of some
you'll first
Flora
have to
and
pass the gym
Seek.
test at their gym.
So you gotta do different little
Better get started
mini games for the gym.
All right, that's the gym test passed.
Okay, so just like the island challenges. Nice, yeah, me too. I have a lot of those.
Time to battle the gym leader.
That's the...
Here comes Gracias, the grass-type gym leader.
That's a grass-type gym leader? He looks like the depression-type gym leader, to be completely honest. Hold on. Grass type gym leader throws out a Sudowoodo? What the hell? Okay, and you terrestrialize it. Oh, okay.
And became a grass type.
Yeah, okay. Terrestrializing into a grass type as a grass gym, that makes more sense.
Are you gonna be okay, Fido? How's our trainer gonna handle this one?
Use Trailblaze. Oh, wow. Got a speed boost from that?
Aha! She's gonna fight back by having her own Pokemon terrestrialize.
Okay.
Fido became a flying type. That should give it an edge against this
Right,
grass-type
okay.
Sudowoodo. No matter who or what you're up against, with some smart terrestrializing, you'll have nothing to fear. I can't wait to see how battles will
Yeah,
unfold
it is
between
kind of,
terrestrialized Pokemon.
It is kind of boring from the aspect of what we used to be doing in the island challenges versus gym battles. Because, I mean, there was one of those, like, it has evolved from just going in and having, like, trainer here, gym leader, or, like, whatever other combination. We have had different, like, puzzles and, you know, you got to go over a certain bridge or whatever else to, like, get to the different gym leaders, but when they did the island challenges, it came with, like, a different
This
type
trainer's
of...
heading into a hair salon.
Oh,
with a
yeah,
slight
this is
change
nothing
up.
different. We can go... Oh, there's more hairstyles,
Wow,
though.
look at all these options. How are you supposed to choose?
But yeah, it's...
Huh. I kind of want to try that hairstyle.
It seems a lot more centered towards children. Which, of course, that's a demographic, but, like... You still have all of us adults that have grown up with Pokemon since, like, 95. You'd think that they would kind of also appeal to us more with these things,
And now
but
to
I
complete the
don't
look.
know.
Plenty to choose from here too.
Well, yeah, no, I like that they
I
have
feel
more
like I could
detail
spend
on these
all day
things.
on this.
I really do. That's awesome.
And while you're trying out all sorts of styles, you can.
Oh, and you
whip
can
out the
actually
camera
do, like,
app
a
and go
selfie with your
snap,
Pokemon
snap,
finally?
snap. Looks like this trainer found the perfect style. Line up a good shot and snap.
Oh, that's
Now they've
cool.
updated their
Okay.
profile picture.
That's cool. Okay,
Looking
hold
back
on.
on
Let's go
photos-
back to that really quick.
Their profile picture.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so that's your trainer card for this new series. So you got your ID number, your name, shiny Pokemon battled, receipts, playtime, of course, all that. That's cool. Okay, and you can also hide the information just to get the better picture. Not bad.
Looking back on photos you've taken of scenic vistas or memorable moments with
Okay,
beloved
so you can use a camera like Pokemon Snap? Yeah, it is kinda. Like, sorry, neck's having issues. It is, I mean, it's just really cool to have, like,
Pokemon
the
is just
details
one
of
more
those
way
things.
To enjoy your adventure.
Are they gonna show us new
And
Pokemon?
now it's picnic time with Pokemon.
Okay, here's a picnic.
When Pokemon have gotten dirty from a long journey, a nice scrub and shower gets them all clean.
Okay,
like it
yeah,
feels
so you can
nice,
still play
too.
with your Pokemon of the wild like you
Before
normally
having
do.
lunch, Pokemon can get out some energy by playing with a ball. You can just tell how much
pretty
fun
cool.
they're having.
I mean, I like that they keep
Oh, wow.
going with this
Could this
because
be a
you can
Pokemon
actually...
egg? Apparently, eggs can sometimes be found during picnics.
Okay, what? You can find eggs during a picnic? You've never been able to just find an egg out anywhere. It has to be given to you. It is kind of old, but it's nice to have that aspect of it because I've had different Pokemon adventures where I've had my Pokemon and we're sitting there chilling in this setup for the game. But, you know, like in Sun and Moon, they would go ahead and more or less make sure that they didn't faint in a battle just because I did this with them. So it is kind of cool that they keep continuing with it.
And now, the moment we've been waiting for. Sandwich time!
That's not what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for Pokemon.
This trainer came prepared with plenty of ingredients they bought in town. It can be tough deciding which sandwich to make.
So you can just make a sandwich.
This one may be a little overstuffed. It might not hold together. Just gotta put the bread on top and finish it off with a pick.
Well, what is this for?
Let's see how it tastes. Oh, looks like it's a hit with everyone.
Oh, so you just make food during the
Eating
picnic.
sandwiches can give you benefits, like making certain types of Pokemon easier to catch, or making your Pokemon gain more.
Okay, so it's kind of like the mechanic where like the different powers from Sun and Moon, where you had your Rotom deck, Rotodex, whatever they called it. You can get different powers inside of that Pokedex from Rotom, and you can increase power for one of your moves for like a round or two, or you can heal your Pokemon in battle, or something like that. Alright, later night. You have a good one. I will be jumping off here pretty soon too. The trailer's almost over. Got like 3 more minutes. But we will see you in the next one. But this is kind of okay. So it incentivizes you to go ahead and do more picnics to play with your Pokemon.
Looks like more of our trainer friends have shown up. Alright, they're gonna take on a Terra Raid battle. Can these trainers work together to defeat the Terra Pokemon before time runs out?
Terra Raid battles, where you can throw your Pokemon in.
Their opponent is a Chansey that's terrestrialized into a ghost type. What kind of fight would a strong, sparkling...
Dang. Okay, I gotta pull this down. Hold on. I gotta move my face. You see, there's a little ghost. It's a tiny little ghost. It's a tiny little ghost. It's so cute. Okay. Okay. We're good. Keep going. That is cool though. So terrestrializing would give you an advantage versus disadvantage based off of like whatever. So that's a very interesting mechanic then. It kind of makes it unpredictable. Oh yeah, Sippo's gone.
If your Pokemon gets knocked out in a Terra Raid battle, don't worry.
Okay.
It can recover and rejoin the fray.
Oh yeah, just after a while you can just throw your Pokemon back in.
Along with using your Pokemon's moves, you also have the option to support your allies by cheering. It's all about teamwork.
And you just boost up the stats.
How you'll handle the fight and
what?
With your fellow trainers. Almost there. Keep it up.
And you can just heal the Pokemon in battle. What? Okay. So that's kind of cool. I mean, they didn't really give you the option to heal it before in the raid battles. But I mean, they did come back again.
When you join forces to win your battles, the bonds between friends and Pokemon shine even brighter.
Okay, so just like the raid, you know, the Dynamax raids.
That Chansey with a rare Terra type is now part of the team.
Okay.
So, what'd you think? While you were
I think you didn't give us enough Pokemon.
Did you spot a glimmer of something that could become your personal treasure? Encounters with Titan Pokemon? Face-offs with Team Star? Taking on gyms? There's plenty more to be said about all these things. Of course. What you just saw was only a glimpse of the adventures awaiting you in the Paldea region. Which Pokemon will you choose? Who will you meet? What sort of exciting adventures will you have? It's all up to
What
you.
kind of Pokemon can I
Your
catch?
adventures are right around the corner. May they shine bright.
So, it was kind of different. So, I'm going to go ahead, pull up another Chrome here. We're going to go Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. No, we want it on... Okay. So let's pull this up here. Pull you back up. Okay. Here's the official website. So, introducing the TM machine, a handy device that can make TMs. It says a technical machine, or TM for short, is a tool that allows Pokemon to learn new moves. In these titles, there's a piece of equipment installed in every Pokemon Center called a TM machine, which allows trainers to make their own TMs. It's a very interesting concept. It really is. So it said TMs can be made using League Points, LP for short, and materials dropped by wild Pokemon after battle. So it's... because we saw in the trailer that they were going to go ahead and do like the Legends Arceus mechanics, where if you battle a Pokemon in the wild and you catch them, or, you know, make them faint in battle, whatever you need to do, you can get certain items that they drop from themselves and use them to make these TMs now. So like in the trailer it said what was that Pokemon's name? Damn me and being tired. All games, Gen 6. Litleo. So there was like a tuft of Litleo fur that was a resource for those things. So it could be something as simple as getting like I don't know. Here, a flying move. It could be like Gust, and it would be like Starly Feathers. And you would need like 6, and then like 300 League Points. So it's honestly kind of worth it to go ahead and continue grinding in the grass, but then you also get different things every once in a while to go ahead and like help you make these. That's kind of cool. LP can be attained as you advance the story or by trading materials from Pokemon. Fine. Okay, so you can get this number up right here by continuing your journey, or because there is like a way to trade. So you can, just like in Legends Arceus, when you go ahead and make the Pokeballs, you can go ahead and get like all of your materials and go, okay, well, I have all these, but I want this TM, so I'm going to go ahead and trade these for this one. You can get LP points based off of that. That's cool. So find moves you want your Pokemon to learn at the TM machine and try making a TM. The selection of TMs available for you to make grows as you continue your adventure. Okay, so you can do simple things like tackle, scratch, pound, stuff like that. Ember, bubble, water gun, small TMs like that you would have from like a level 1 to 15 or whatever. So I wonder how they're going to scale that when you go through your adventure. So a single TM can only be used once, but if you have enough LP and the right materials from Pokemon, you can make as many as you like using the TM machine. Think carefully about what moves you want to have your Pokemon learn to expand your strategic arsenal. Okay. So... now my phone is blowing up. Alright, people saw me go live and they're talking to me about it. So they changed it down from you can use a TM as many times as you want. You can only have one. So they changed that into you can have as many as you want, but you only use one at a time. Or like you can only teach like brain just went poof. You can have as many TMs as you want, but the TM only lasts once per thing. That's what I meant to say. So, now here's the picnic stuff. It says you can have picnics almost anywhere we're not exploring the region's vast wildernesses. Picnics allow you to spend leisure time with your Pokemon, and you can change the designs of the tablecloth. Oh yeah, there are different designs. I didn't even notice that. It said, cups, water bottles, and other picnic items to create an arrangement to your liking. Or of your liking. So you can completely customize this table and what you have. When you start a picnic, your party Pokemon, as well as the legendary Pokemon accompanying you, either Koraidon or Miraidon, will come out and gather around. So you can just chill with all your Pokemon. Like I said earlier in the live, it's just like when you go ahead and you make your Pokemon go ahead and set up like a tent, or, playing with your Pokemon in Sun and Moon. I said you can choose your favorite filters and take photos during picnics or while you're out exploring. Filters are a great way to add a trendy flair to your photos. Man, they're making this too much like Instagram. They can chill on that a little bit. It's cool though. I mean, other people will like it, other people won't. Just like the rest of the games. So decide what kind of sandwich you'll make. You can make all kinds of sandwiches at a picnic. Before you begin making your sandwich, you'll choose which fillings and condiments you want to use, as well as a sandwich pick that'll help hold it all together. Once you're ready, you'll arrange the ingredients on your bread, stacking them carefully. If you don't balance them properly, you might accidentally cause ingredients to topple over or fall off the bread entirely. Okay. So arrange them skillfully, though, and you might just create a culinary masterpiece. So they're going to judge you based off of how you make a sandwich. Because I'm not changing how I would make a sandwich. I'm just going to make one. So when your Pokemon eat sandwiches, not only will their HP be restored, but the meal may impart some effects that will come in handy on your adventures. Try making all sorts of sandwiches in all sorts of ways. Mix ingredients to achieve unique flavors. Try to create something visually striking, or simply use as many ingredients as possible and stack them as high as you can. I mean, that's one way to make a sandwich. It's the wrong way, but it is a way. I'm looking at you, Scooby-Doo. Become great friends with lots of Pokemon. During a picnic, your Pokemon will spend their time as they please. You can speak to your Pokemon one-on-one or use toys to play with them. I mean, yeah, naturally. Spend time together and strengthen your bonds. When you have picnics with your Pokemon, you may also find a Pokemon egg. That was interesting. So, normally you'd have to take your Pokemon to, like, a daycare center. Or, get it from somebody. Now you can just find an egg, which is interesting because I don't know how the mechanics of that are going to happen. Is it based off the Pokemon you bring in, or is it going to be a completely random Pokemon from just the Paldea region in general? I'm really curious to see how they're going to make that happen. So give your Pokemon a good scrub. In these titles, having your Pokemon walk alongside your battle can cause them to get grimy and dirty. By washing your Pokemon at a picnic, not only will they get clean, but their HP will be restored and their bond with you will become stronger. Your Pokemon can get covered in mud from the roadsides, snow from snowstorms, and sand from sandstorms. In addition to weather phenomena or environmental factors like these, Pokemon may also get dirty from taking damage in battles. Scrub your Pokemon with a soapy sponge, give them a good rinse with water, and shower them with appreciation for their hard work. So, just like in Sun and Moon, when you can go ahead and heal your Pokemon status conditions by taking care of them out in the wild, you can do that again here in Scarlet and Violet. Which is cool. I really like that feature because you can go ahead and get like a burn or, poisoning. And all you gotta do is use the right utensil and you fix that. You don't have to go back to a Pokemon Center or use any items or anything else. You can just do it by yourself, take a little bit of time, take care of your Pokemon, as you should in a normal adventure, and then continue on. I like that. But now they're using damage from battles and different Pokemon, because that's kind of what I'm assuming it's going to be based off of, is like, okay, someone used Stand Attack, got it in your Pokemon's eyes, accuracy lowered, blah, blah, blah. Then you can go ahead and wash your Pokemon, get the sand out of their eyes. It's kind of cool. So picnics become even livelier when playing with friends. Oh, so you can just set up a whole, weird verbiage here, but a play date with your Pokemon? So you can also enjoy picnics with friends while playing together through the Union Circle. Simply approach another player's picnic while you're playing together with friends to have you and your Pokemon join. You can take a group photo or make sandwiches together with up to 3 other friends, making a picnic an even livelier occasion. You may even find a Pokemon egg while you and your friends' Pokemon are playing together. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's a good way to have the camaraderie keep going in a Pokemon game. Note, in order to have picnics with the other players via the internet or local communication, you may need to have the latest version of the game installed. A paid Nintendo Switch Online membership is required to have picnics with other players via the internet. Okay, well, no worries, I have that. So yeah, let's see all of the news. See all the different Pokemon that have been discovered so far. Pokemon roster. Okay. So out of these ones, I'm still going Fuecoco. 100% hands down, going fire type. I really wanted to turn into a fire steel type, which, by the way, in my TikTok, you can go ahead and see the video. I talk about these things and my predictions for them. So then you have Koraidon and Miraidon, which I'm going to have Koraidon because I'm getting Scarlet. I'm getting both. So my girlfriend can get Miraidon and I can get Koraidon. Then we have Armarouge and Ceruledge. Say Titan, Cyclizar, which is more than likely going to be the pre-evolution of these two. Then you have Grafaiai, Fido, Farigiraf, which I'm pretty sure that's how that's said. Cloth, which is a Titan Pokemon. Lechonk, which we'll die for. Paldean Wooper, which I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out. Then we have Wiglet, Smoliv, and Palmy. So, when are we going to get new things? This is so cool. I literally cannot wait for everything to come out for this. I really can't. It's the gameplay. Where the Pokemon has evolved. Yes, you get all of this information. Multiplayer experience, everything. But they haven't really released a lot of Pokemon. We have the 3 starters, the legendaries and pre-legendary, possible pseudos, per game type. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 new Pokemon with 1, 2 variants, and a brand new evolution from an older edition Pokemon. It's very interesting. I really gotta know what the heck this Pokemon is. So it's still a normal psychic type, but it's just an evolution? Yeah, so it changed from the tail being down there to coming up onto its head. Said the head of its main body and the tail on the head on its tail combined. As a result of its evolution, the head of its main body and the head from its tail have become one. Both of Farigiraf's brains are connected through thick nerves, increasing its psychic energy, and it can emit psychic waves from the antenna on its head. It's always mindful of its surroundings, and while it can detect danger in an instant, there are times when its body cannot react as fast as its two brains can think. Okay. You got two brains, don't know how to use either one of them in a pinch. It kind of makes me not want to use this Pokemon. Its head from its tail is equipped for both offense and defense. Its thick, sturdy head from its tail provides good defense for the head of the main body. When the head from its tail closes its mouth, Farigiraf whips its long neck around an attack that deals brutal physical damage. The force of this attack is said to be able to pulverize stone and crush steel beams. Wow. Talk about a Pokedex entry. So, it has two brand new abilities. One of them is called Cud Chew. Farigiraf's ability Cud Chew is a new ability appearing for the first time in these titles. When a Pokemon with this ability eats a berry, it will eat one more time at the end of the next turn. So, you can go, okay, I'm going to put an Oran Berry on Farigiraf. On one turn, it'll use its Cud Chew ability at the end of it to go ahead and eat that berry. Even though it destroys the item, it will then again regurgitate it, eat it again, and then get the effects again. That's cool. That's really cool. It's a new ability, Armor Tail. Farigiraf's ability, Armor Tail, is another new ability appearing for the first time in this titles. It makes opposing Pokemon unable to use priority moves? What? I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to use it a lot, but that kind of seems broken. Okay, now Wiglet. Gooey and Rattled, brand new abilities. There's a lot of new abilities in this game. I'm kind of impressed. Huh. Okay, it's a water type. Oh, it's not even going to talk about the abilities. Are those already abilities? Though it may closely resemble Diglett, it is a completely different Pokemon. It may look like a Diglett, but it is actually a completely different species of Pokemon. Wiglet pokes a part of its body out of the sand to feed in the ocean. It's still unclear what the rest of its body hidden in the sand is like, or how long it might be. Wiglet has a sense of smell that can pick up scents from over 60 feet away. These are interesting Pokedex entries. Boasting an exceptional sense of smell, Wiglet is able to pick up scents from over 60 feet away. It has a skittish disposition and is constantly cautious of its surroundings. When it notices the scent of other Pokemon, Wiglet burrows into the sand to conceal itself. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Now, let's go over these ones, because I have not figured out what these were. Ooh, okay, so yeah, game variants of similar Pokemon. The armor is the source of its psychic power? Armorogue's set of armor belonged to a distinguished warrior and is the source of the energy used for its psychic type moves. It also uses the psychic capabilities of this armor to control the fire energy within its body and unleash attacks. Okay. Okay. It lives by the principles of a fair fight. Armorogue believes in a fair fight and will challenge an opponent head-on no matter how much stronger that opponent is. It specializes in using its sturdy armor to bolster its defenses and take down enemies with its high firepower. Okay. New move, Armor Cannon. Okay. Armor Cannon is a fire-type special move in which Armorogue in which Armorogue moves both its pauldrons to its hands and puts its arms together to form a cannon, allowing it to shoot its own armor out as blazing projectiles. This is one of the more powerful moves that Armorogue can learn, but it lowers Armorogue's defense and special defense stats in exchange for that power. Ooh. I don't know if that's where... Ooh, Fire Ghost type. Interesting. So again, game variant. Its flaming great swords absorb life energy. I'm sorry, what? Scarlet dons an old set of armor steeped in grudges and wields blades made of fire and ghost energy. In battle, these blades transform into great swords to increase Scarlet's power. Cuts from these great swords will leave wounds from which life energy will flow. Try saying that 10 times fast. Willing to do anything to win. Scarlet prefers close quarters combat and isn't above using tactics such as sneak attacks and surprise attacks to win a battle. It uses its quick movements to capitalize on its opponent's blind spots, then closes the distance to slash its opponents with its large blades. New move, Bitter Blade. Bitter Blade is a fire-type physical move that gathers the lingering regrets of the fallen into Scarlet's swords, allowing it to focus that bitterness into a slashing attack. The swords then absorb life energy from wounds they made, and the user's HP is restored by up to half the damage taken by the target. So this is a physical type absorb move that's a fire type? That's dope. Say Titan. So, it's an ice type. It's a Terra Whale Pokemon. This thing is huge. 14 feet 9 inches tall. 1,500 pounds. This is a thickin'. This is a thick boy. Strong muscles and thick blubber. Say Titan needs to have tough muscles to be able to support their immense bodies. And those legs are working overtime, without a doubt. They also migrate around the snowy regions, protected by a thick layer of subsumtant fat. The horn of its upper jaw freezes the surroundings. A Titan has 5 hard horns. Among them, the horn of its upper jaw is able to gather ice energy. So that one. Making the surrounding temperature extremely low and freezing the area around the Pokemon. Okay. I'm so excited for these games. So the other news that we got was jump into the Paldean Journey. So it's literally just choosing between what you want to do. There's nothing really more to it. Just the Champions League. You have fighting the new team star. And then I guess the Wild Adventure? Yeah? Or going to the school too. I remember that. So we hadn't seen that yet. So we'll go ahead and see this one because we hadn't seen it yet. This is all about Wiglet. Not Diglett, Wiglet. Apparently there's a difference. Bike Dragon intensifies. What's up, Rapolo? How you doing? So it's a water type versus Diglett's ground type. Apparently they don't know how big it is or how long it is or what the body looks like under, the ground. But it's a different type, different Pokemon. Interesting. Okay. Let's get out of there. So we just saw a whole bunch of different news, Rapolo. I'm going to go over just really quick so you know what's going on. Apparently we can make TMs now. Convergent species, this was right. It's terrestrializing. Oh no, that's something different. No, are you talking about region variant? Because I don't believe that's what Wiglet is. But yeah, we can make TMs. Actually, so most of this game actually runs off of Legends Arceus mechanics and a little bit of the old games. So when you're out battling different wild Pokemon, like a Litleo, you can go ahead, fight a Litleo. If you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. Whatever. But sometimes those Pokemon will drop something, like a Litleo Tough. It's a little essence of that Pokemon that apparently you can use in combination with what's called League Points and make a TM. You can just make TMs now. Apparently they are conditioned upon where you're at in the game, though. Gotta remember that. But yeah, we can go ahead and go, okay, we want Sprigatito to learn, Vine Whip early. I heard something about paradox forms and convergent species, so I assumed Wiglet had something to do with it. No, I think those were, okay. Reconnection successful. This is getting out of control. I don't know what's going on with my OBS, but it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting at different times. That's why my stream will lose what's going on, but I got it back. Okay. Yeah, TM, that is really cool. I like this mechanic to it, because then you don't have to, go find a store to specifically buy them. You're literally earning everything you need to make the TMs yourself. So like I said, Sprigatito needs to learn, Vine Whip. You can go ahead and fight like a bug type or whatever and go, oh yeah, it'll have, such and such essence or, whatever else. Then you go through and you can get league points by playing through the game, or you can also get them by trading materials from the different Pokemon. So you know how in Legends Arceus you can go ahead and get a Tumblestone and they'll help you make a Pokeball? Similar thing, but in this you can go ahead and go, okay, well hey, I have so many Litleo Tufts and I don't need any more, fire type TMs, but I do need, Pikachu fur to make Shockwave as TM, They can go ahead and, okay, cool, yeah, we'll go ahead and trade these back and forth and you get a certain amount of LP points based off of that. And it's called League Points. So it requires all of those components under the required resources. Looking at the different profiles, that's another thing of news. That wasn't really news, it was just really cool. So you can take your phone from the game, inside the actual game itself. You go ahead and take a selfie like this, click it, and it'll have whatever's in the background as your league card. Or, whatever the equivalent of that would be. Your ID, your Pokemon trainer ID. So it'll have in here, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. There we go. So it's you can see how many badges you've gotten, your Pokedex, shiny Pokemon, receipts collected, total playtime, who you are, and the picture. And then you can also hide info and show it again. to go ahead and look through that way. Team Star? I'm not entirely sure what I think of with Team Star. Like, I want to say that I like it, but I don't know. Because, okay, so the video that came out today, Pokemon, this, is under characters? Oh, and we got a whole bunch of different people that we can look at too. This is the grass type gym leader. And I'm interested to see what Team Star has to offer. Especially with this new trailer, which is why I was trying to find something. I think they try to be unique with it, but to me they really do not seem like a threat. Honestly, no. They really don't. They don't seem too much like a threat. However, it does seem like an interesting challenge because of what she brought to the table. So this is Mela. She was introduced in the new trailer today, and she's the boss of Team Star's fire crew. The Shedler Squad? Don't know what that means. But it kind of like begs the question of what they sort of seem like high school troublemakers, just like Team Yell. Yes, absolutely. So, like I said, it kind of begs the question of like, are there going to be other different types of crew members and bosses? Or is it just going to be like the main 3? Is it going to be all 18? I don't know, but I'm very curious. Because, yeah, she showed up in the trailer, and it says, Team Star's the boss of Team Star's fire crew, the Shedder Squad. As the team's best all-arounder, Mela fixes any and every problem thrown her way through her methods are heavy-handed. She leaves a forceful and gruff impression, but her steadfast devotion to completing anything she puts her mind to has earned her the trust of her teammates. Duh. But yeah, it was a really interesting aspect to see, like, okay, there's going to be this crew member here. But then we also got Brassius. He is the grass type gym leader. This Mela is going to be relevant, that's for sure. Absolutely, that's what I was saying. And again, I want to see what other characters are introduced later on and see if they kind of match up to what she's saying. But yeah, it seems like she's definitely going to be like a main piece in the game as far as like Team Star is concerned. But here's Brassius. So we got a new town name. It's called Artisan. And it's got flowers and art. It kind of looks like a park. Like with what the trailer said. But he specializes in using grass-type Pokemon known as the Virtuoso? Yeah, Virtuoso. Brassius looks edgy. Sounds like he could have a Cacturn. Honestly, yeah, I said he seems more like the Depression-type gym leader than the Grass-type. Although there was nobody there to listen to that part. But I thought it was funny. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the trailer. Pokemon, here we go.
During picnics.
Expand. Okay.
And now the moment.
So full screen through here. Here's the trailer.
All right, everyone. It's almost time to begin
so
your
you get
journey.
through the introduction, basically saying what the journey is going to be like, and we're going to follow 4 different people.
Viewers will enjoy.
And honestly, it's just trying to highlight more the fact that we're going to do a 4-person multiplayer.
Journeys in Paldea. Now let the adventure
But yeah,
begin.
so we get a little sneak peek at the gameplay. We're getting a little HUD map. So that's going to come up later on in the trailer, but I really like the fact that you can see where you're going now. Like, you have an actual compass. I don't imagine going, even if I'm 10 years old, don't give a damn. If I'm 10 years old, I'm going to use a compass while going on a Pokemon journey. Like, I'm not going to get lost. You know, Route 2 is just west of Route 1. Where's west? Use a compass. Oh, there's west. And then you go and do it. Like, that's what I would imagine it would be like in the first place. Not what we've been getting, which is like, oh yeah, we'll just blindly follow it, you know? So it goes on through terrestrializing.
Oh, look! Quaxly terrestrialized.
Interesting fact.
Pokemon there. Is that
You can find a Pokemon here that's glowing. It's apparently a
Pokemon?
wild terrestrialized Pokemon.
It seems to be a Jigglypuff. But why is it shining so bright? Better approach it slowly.
Yeah,
and
apparently
spread
doesn't mean
out.
that it's a shiny Pokemon, which, I mean,
Whoa,
duh, they're not going to change the mechanics of that.
Looks like this Jigglypuff has the water type for its Terra type. Apparently, these sparkly wild Pokemon will terrestrialize in battle. Causes its terrestrialization to come. Some Pokemon, like this Jigglypuff, have a Terra type completely different from their regular type. Any Pokemon is capable of having any of the 18 different types as its Terra type.
So they literally just said that any Pokemon can have any Terra type. Any Pokemon can have any Terra type. I like the look of this, not sure about terrestrialization though. Honestly, no, me neither. I don't know how I feel about the terrestrialization, and honestly, I may not even use it. If I do, it's going to be to give myself an advantage over the other Pokemon until they bring out their Terrasta type. And I have no idea what that's going to look like. So I'm really interested to see what it looks like. But here's what I mean about the TM and different stuff.
Quaxly's out there in the world, charging straight toward that Litleo.
So, Quaxly defeated a Litleo. So, again, it has the same mechanics as Legends Arceus. But, like I said, Litleo tough. You get little bits of materials that you can go ahead
It's like Quaxly battled
and
Litleo on its
make
own
these
and
TMs
won.
with.
That's because the trainer gave Quaxly the Let's Go command. What a useful command for searching your surroundings. These
Yeah, you can go
Pokemon are
make them
so
go
helpful.
find stuff for
Keep
you.
yourself on track as you go.
And you can set a waypoint. You can set a waypoint.
Then we can hop atop the legendary Pokemon Miraidon.
Look at that.
And get going.
Look at that.
And what have we here? It's a base.
That's so cool to me. I think they should have stuck with the Megas. I can see where they were trying to get, but still. Honestly, yeah, if they can bring Megas back into this adventure, which I highly doubt, but I wish they would, it would be awesome. It'd be so awesome. I miss Megas.
Belonging
I
to
miss
Team
Megas a
Star,
lot.
The school troublemakers.
It was the only extra thing that we got besides Z moves, which honestly were just kind of stupid, in my opinion. Again, a lot of things about Sun and Moon upset me, which Knight was in the stream earlier, and he heard what I was saying. But, yeah, Dragon Bike intensifies times 2. It really does.
Fall Street, one of the 3 major stories that will make...
Yeah, don't like Sun and Moon. Not a lot. It kind of upset me. The games itself were okay. The writing was okay. The other things were okay. I didn't like the Z moves. I didn't like one of the glitches that my games had. Upsetting. But
Up your pal day
here's
in
where we
and
find
they keep sending out Pokemon. Troublemakers.
the stuff about Team
Starfall
Star
Street,
and the
one of the 3
Fire
major
Squad.
Stories that will make up your Paldea adventures will unfold in bases like
Are you ready to challenge Team Star using the first 3 Pokemon in your party? Apparently you can just go and challenge them, and you only can use the 3 Pokemon in the front of your party. So you don't choose which Pokemon you get to use, you just use 3 of them. The first 3.
this one. Time to face
Going
Team
down
Star.
Starfall Street.
Our trainer rang the bell and barged into the base. That takes some guts.
So because there's a lot of different people around here, apparently they're just going to throw out a bunch of their Pokemon. Some people hate that feature of the bike tracking, but I don't mind it. Honestly, I don't either. I kind of like the fact that we abandoned HMs and used a bunch of riding Pokemon. That was one of the coolest things that they had ever brought into the games. I don't know what that is back there, but I'm interested to learn about it. But yeah,
But things look bad.
again,
There are lots of
apparently
friends
they're just
around,
going to
and they
throw
keep
out a whole
saying
bunch of
how
Pokemon,
They just won't
and you
quit
can just
walking
use
away.
yours,
We'll need to use Let's Go to defeat Team Star's Pokemon.
and you just battle them all.
There we go. All the grunts have been defeated at last. Oh wait, is that some kind of tricked out car? It is. And atop it is Mela, the
You see how intense her gaze is? What is that? What are her eyes doing to my soul? Why is she trying to scare me?
boss of Team Star's fire crew.
See, and yeah, honestly, what you were saying before, I think she's going to be a threat. She is going to be, like, very relevant and in the story.
You'll have to
The
wait
power
for your
behind
own
her
adventure to see how a
Pokemon.
battle like this plays out.
Did I say level 27? That's a level 27.
For your
Okay,
own
well, it's kind of scaled to that, but yeah. So it has your... Oh. My face is in the way. There we go. There. So I can see up top. She kind of looks like someone who would have Evil Slaughter 2008 on her username. Kind of, yeah. Honestly.
adventure to see how a battle like this plays out.
So yeah, now
let's
we
check
know
in
that
on
she's
another
around the
trainer.
30 range. Or Dark Ruthless 145. Excellent names. Excellent names for that. You get a gold
How's her
star
adventure
there,
going?
Rapolo.
Aha! She's
So that's what I mean. Okay, Shink's Fang. So I'm guessing it'll be like fur, claws, teeth, other things, you know. I don't know what other little bits of Pokemon you'll be able to pick up. But I wanted to go back here really quick.
Now let's check in on another trainer.
So
How's her adventure going?
this is the I want to exchange materials for LP. That's how you get to go and get more of these league points to go ahead and make more of your TMs. And then you can make your TMs, give them to your Pokemon. The edge is real. Very true. The edge is absolutely real. But yeah, so you can have like 30 TMs of Scratch in your bag. If you want to. But you can only use them once per Pokemon. So that's why they did the mechanic of making your own TM, so you don't have to
Aha! She's using the
have to worry
TM
about how many
machine
you
at
have and don't
Pokemon
have.
Center. The TM machine lets
Hold
you
on.
make your own TM. Aha! She's using the adventure going.
I want to get...
Aha! She's using
Wonder how the TM machine works. I assume they pick a move of one of your moves and the TM records it, I guess. Move one of your mons. No, so apparently how you progress in your journey, like, I guess that's normal, fire, water, electric, ice, no, rock, ice, fighting, poison, ground, maybe? I don't know. But,
machine.
okay, Starling Feather, Fletching Feather,
Pokemon.
Snom Thread. I guess it's... Oh, there we go. Reconnection successful. Why does my OBS keep disconnecting and reconnecting? I don't get this. So there's different things like different, you know, you can have like berries, feathers, fangs, claws, you know, tufts of fur, different materials, but you, as you progress through your journey, you're able to choose between just a list of approved ones that are like within your caliber, and what you're able to do never goes away. It just expands on what you can do. So if you're in the beginning of your journey, you'll get stuff like Scratch, Pound, Ember, Leafage, Bubble, Water Gun, whatever. And then you can... Okay. Reconnected again. Why does it keep doing this? Okay. Okay, we're good. We're back. I hate that it keeps doing that. But anyway, so then it'll, like, potentially... This is what my theory is. I'm not confirming anything. But yeah, it would be like... you go from, like, Ember, Bubble, Scratch, Leafage to Fine Whip, Razor Leaf, Water Gun, Aqua Ring, Fire Spin, or, you know, Flame Wheel, something like that. And then get into Hydro Pump, Flamethrower, Pedal Dance, that kind of stuff. So there's just going to be like a evolution, essentially, of the different moves that you can choose between for the TMs. There's just so much here in this trailer.
Now, where her Rotom phone is ringing.
So
Sounds
you can go ahead and find the Titan Pokemon and
this
battle
is one
them.
Of the stops on the Path of Legend, a story where you'll seek out legendary herbs called Herba Mystica.
Path of Legends.
There it
Apparently,
is.
this is another one of those
Gigantic
paths you can
Pokemon.
go ahead and go on. This is another game type. Yeah, I thought it was interesting for the
Time
moves.
to battle.
So you can terastallize,
What's our
whatever.
trainer doing now?
They're link trading.
Of all times. Looks like she's taking a little break from adventuring.
Now,
to trade
here's the
Pokemon with a
bigger
friend.
news that we got in this
And over
trailer.
here, her trade partner has received Giraffe.
Hold on.
Seems like she immediately added
Wait
Giraffe
for it.
to her team, and she's gonna let it run around in the field and train up for some battles.
Now, I just wonder what level this is going to be.
Oh,
Girafarig is finally getting an evolution. However, I don't know if I'm happy about it.
could Girafarig be evolving? Hang on. Did its tail become its head? Or is its...
So it says that it evolves into a Farigiraf. That's its name, Farigiraf.
head wearing its tail?
Yeah.
What an unexpected evolution.
So...
Seems like Girafarig has evolved.
So Girafarig, its tail used to be down here where it was a separate head. But apparently when it evolves into Farigiraf, that tail just moves up its body and covers its head. Yeah, it's not too... Knight said it was ugly. I don't know if I'd say ugly is the term. It doesn't look great, but it also isn't terrible. It's just interesting.
Evolved into Farigiraf in the Paldea region's
I just don't
Pokédex.
ever remember it having two more of those appendages on its head. So it's kind of one of those, like, I don't know. Honestly, if we can get other
You can see
evolutions like
photos
that,
of
that would be
Pokemon
cool.
As well as information about them. So
But
you
we
can
have about a
know them
month.
Even better.
We have like a month and 6 days.
Let's check out the town of Artisan next.
Like I said, here's Artisan. So it looks like a small village,
One big park.
but
Now
it has like a small stadium looking thing over here, a giant windmill, a couple of houses and, you know, buildings.
That the trainer's Pokemon have gotten stronger.
That looks like just the addition to the gym, which looks like that's just where you're going to go. Primeape getting one? I don't know about Primeape getting an evolution, but it would be
Seems
an
she's made
interesting
her way to a
addition.
gym. She's following Victory Road, the story where you'll conquer all 8 gyms to achieve champion rank. Nimona, the battle-loving trainer who'll show you the ropes, is all fired up.
So there's the 2 of the 3 paths you can go through. Is Victory Road and taking on the team. Or not the team, the Titan path.
Have to pass the gym test.
There's a whole bunch of different gym tests too, which Knight and I were talking about. It's essentially like Sun and Moon and the island challenges and the stuff that you gotta do there. Like, choose out of the different pictures and Pokemon or whatever, which one's out of place the most. Whatever.
Time to battle the gym leader. Here comes Gracias, the grass-type gym leader.
And again, he looks more like a depression-type gym leader.
Striking entry.
But yeah, I was confused why a grass-type gym leader would pull out a Sudowoodo, but then it made more sense when this happened.
Whoa! Sudowoodo terastallized and became a grass type.
Which is very effective for Sudowoodo, because then you get rid of your water disadvantage. Which again, it's just Brassie's the edgelord for real.
Are you gonna be okay, Fido?
But yeah, it's interesting with the Terrastallize just to change your typing. Which I guess that's all it's doing, is changing your typing.
Aha! She's gonna fight back by having her own Pokemon Terrastallize.
I gotta go to bed soon. I wasn't even supposed to be up right now. I was supposed to be asleep.
Fido became a flying type. That should give it an edge against this grass.
So it's normally a normal fairy type, but in this example it's a flying type. Which is interesting.
I can't wait to see how battles will unfold between terrastallized Pokemon. This trainer's heading into a
It's
hair
good.
salon to
This,
spice things
so
up.
we already had the mechanic of the different hairstyles and, yeah, Balloon Puppy. What I think it's cool. I like the different Terrastallize options. It's just interesting to see the mechanics of that and how it'll play out in battle. Because it's essentially being like, okay, well I have Fire Ghost type. Terrastallize form, now I'm a water type. So whatever you're going to go up against me with is now going to change how the effectiveness of your moves that you had originally going up against me would be. But then they can be any Terrastallize type. So it's random. It really is random. But back to this. I like the haircut and the customization part of it. They're just giving us more options, which is wonderful, because that's what we need.
Options. How are you supposed to choose?
It's like you can choose between 8 different people and then like choose your hairstyles and stuff. But realistically, you couldn't change your eye color without, you know, the other 2 or 3 options or whatever. But then you have like eyelash types, eye color, hair style, eyebrows, potentially face, whatever.
And while you're trying out all sorts
and again,
of
the
styles,
camera app was what we were talking about there. And I'm loving this feature. Because it's like you're playing Pokemon Snap in the middle of your adventure.
Now they've updated their profile picture. Looking back on photos you've taken of scenic vistas or memorable moments with beloved Pokemon is just one more way to enjoy your adventure.
Yeah, the customization thing's great. I love it. I love the customization. Customization is awesome. Share. How can... Hold on. I definitely want to make sure that the options for letting other people basic info links branding. Oh yeah, I don't have a banner image. Watermark layout. Pokemon Snap, so many fun. Yeah. Which I haven't played the new one yet, but I'm really interested to see exactly how that's going to play out.
Dirty from a long journey, a nice scrub and shower gets them all clean. Looks like it feels nice too. Before having lunch, Pokemon can get out some energy by playing with a ball. You can just tell how much fun they're having. Oh wow, could this be a Pokemon egg? Apparently, eggs can sometimes be found during picnics. And now, the moment we've been waiting for, sandwich time! This trainer came.
Yeah, that was another thing that we had, is like we can make sandwiches.
It can be tough deciding which sandwich to make.
And
this one may be a little overstuffed. It might not hold together.
Hold on. Okay.
Just
I
gotta
already
put
got all
the bread on
that.
top and finish it off with a pick. Done. Let's see how it tastes. Oh, looks like it's a hit with everyone.
There we go. Okay, now all channels can redirect to me
Eating
going
sandwiches
live.
can give you benefits like making certain types of Pokemon easier to catch or making your Pokemon gain more experience points. Time for a group photo.
Yeah, that was another thing that I really kind of like was interested about when they made this trailer. No longer do we have to go ahead and breed Pokemon or have a daycare or have people just give us an egg. We can just find one now. Just randomly while we're doing a picnic. We can randomly go ahead and have an egg hatch for us.
Where to go next? Oh hey, looks like more of our trainer friends.
Well, even restaurants. Yeah. Yeah. Which I thought was a really cool part of it again. But yeah, the different ways you can put a sandwich together and make one is what gives you the advantage. Like I was saying before, in Sun and Moon, when you go ahead and get like your Rotom powers, that's essentially what these sandwiches are giving you. So not only can you combine the aspects of a bunch of stuff in Sun and Moon, from taking care of your Pokemon and cleaning them and getting rid of status conditions and all of that, but then they added damage from moves as well with like Sand Attack and like all those different things that you would like think would normally mess up, like if your pets went at it. You can go ahead and fix those things. But then you also add the different powers that the Rotom Dex gave you, and you add all that together. It's so cool. Like, it makes it worth it to do the picnics and, like...
Right. They're gonna take on a Terra Raid battle. Can these trainers work together to defeat
the Terra Raids.
before time runs out?
Which honestly isn't different from the Dynamax Raids. But expanding back on what I was saying before, is that it makes picnicking worth it because it gives you extra advantages with your Pokemon. Like how I was saying before, in Sun and Moon, I could just keep bonding with my Pokemon as much as possible, get my friendship levels up, and it will just tough it out in battle and live on 1 HP. Super simple, but super worth it. And you're putting in the time and energy that it would normally take for you to take care of your Pokemon on an actual Pokemon adventure. It's taking logic and putting it into an actual Pokemon game and saying, here's what you can actually do as a Pokemon trainer. So now the Chansey isn't its normal type, it's now Ghost type.
It's really powerful.
So little ghosty Chansey egg Pokemon. But here's the other features that like make it worth it is
Pokemon gets knocked out in a Terra Raid battle, don't worry.
they'll still come back like in a normal raid battle, not in Pokemon Go, but a normal raid battle.
Hang in there, Sableye. Along with using your Pokemon,
and then here are the different cheers you can do. You can increase attack stats, defense stats, and heal.
And decide how you'll handle the fight and work with your fellow trainers. Almost there. Keep it up.
it healed them. Like, I can't exactly remember all the different things you could do in a Dynamax raid battle, but you can have all your different options, but this gives you other extra advantages. So they're just trying to expand on the different battling mechanics, it seems like. Terrestrialized version of catching the Pokemon in the raid, which is cool. I like it.
What'd you think? While you were getting a look at
But
these 4 trainers' journeys, did you spot a glimmer of something that could become your personal trainer?
Yeah, it's super interesting to see all the different things that come with this new game.
Team Star, taking on gyms? There's plenty more to be said about all these things, of course. What you just saw was only a glimpse of the adventures awaiting you in the Paldea region. Which Pokemon will you choose? Who will you meet?
It's super
What
interesting.
sort of exciting adventures will you have? It's all up to you.
I'm gonna like
Your
it.
adventures are right around the corner.
Ultimately, I like the trailer. I didn't like that we didn't get a lot of new Pokemon, but we got an evolution for Girafarig, for a Giraffe, and I mean, we have Wiglet, we have the new possible Pseudos, Legendary with its pre-evolution, just like in Sun and Moon. This is a really Sun and Moon-esque type game, I'm seeing. Like, it's not bad. Crabbing looks like it could be like one of those things you would find in Sonic. Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of cool, but I mean, how many different types of crabs do you need in Pokemon? But that's all for me. I gotta go. I gotta take my ass to bed. But I will try to be on around 3 to 3:30. Mountain Standard Time? Yeah, Mountain Standard Time. So if you want, I'll be live around then. Again, 3 to 3:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time is when I will be on. I don't know what time zone you're in or anybody else is in, but that's when I'll be going live next. I got a video coming up today at 5 p.m. See you over Polo. You have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you for jumping on my live. It was amazing talking to you as always. And I will see you soon. Again, I have a Skyrim video coming out at 5 p.m. if you want to see it. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to. Yeah, again, that's it for me. I gotta take off and get some sleep. You have a good one. I'll see everybody later. Like and subscribe.